This is our third and final example for simple interest, and it reads that Nkosi invested 6,000 Rand. So that is what he invested, and we know the invested amount is our P amount. So he invested 6,000 Rand, and it accumulated to 10,000 Rand. So that's the after amount after 3 years. So we also have our number of years. The question is, find the annual interest rate, the I, find the interest rate as a percentage if the investment earned simple interest. So let's also go ahead and underline that, because the interest type tells you which formula to use. And so we start off with our formula by saying that A is equal to P bracket 1 plus interest rate multiplied by the number of years. Then we substitute, so the final amount is given to us as 10,000 Rand. The initial amount is 6,000 Rand, and then we go 1 plus the interest rate, which is unknown, we're going to make that red, plus the interest rate multiplied by 3. Okay, now you need to be focused from here on out, because we need to solve this equation in such a way that we can isolate the variable I. Okay, so let's just go ahead and analyze what we currently have. We have 10,000 equals 6,000 and brackets. Okay, so the thing that we want, I, is inside this bracket. So we first need to get rid of this 6,000. That is our first step. So what we do, we go ahead and we divide both sides of our equation by the 6,000, and I'm going to write it out. So we go 10,000 divided by 6,000 is equal to 6,000, 1 plus our red I multiplied by 3, also over 6,000. Okay, at this point we get rid of the 6,000 on the right hand side, and I would say let's leave the left hand side alone, because if we round off too early we might lose some of the decimals that we require in our answer. Alright, and so now on the right hand side we are just left with the value inside that bracket, which is 1 plus the red interest rate multiplied by 3. Okay, so now we go ahead one more time and we analyze what we have. Alright, we want to get I alone, but the problem is that the I is multiplied by 3, and we also add 1. We also add 1, and so we need to go and subtract 1, right? Subtract 1 on this side, so that eventually we can also divide by 3. So what we're going to do, we are going to, in quotation marks, take over the 1, so that we end up with 10,000 over 6,000, all that minus 1 is equal to 3 multiplied by the interest rate. Okay, and now the final step to isolate I would be to divide both sides by 3. So I'm going to do that in another color, maybe green. So we have the left hand side, we divide all this by 3, and we divide all that by 3. Okay, and once we do that, we will find that I is equal to 0,2222, right? But they ask for this answer as a percentage, and so we take that amount, 0, multiplied by 100, and we find that the interest rate is equal to 22,22%. Okay, when we want to find a value as a percentage, we multiply that decimal by 100, and so the interest rate that Nkosi received on his investment was an interest rate of 0.22%.